Hi everyone, and welcome to the August edition of Port Waves. I'm Edna Dominguez, HR Business Partner in the Human Resources Division.
Hey, it's me, Vicki Gordon, HR Communications Specialist. And together, Edna and I will not be your hosts.
We're mixing it up on this episode of Port Waves with two very special guest hosts. Alex, Vanessa, take it away.
Thanks, Edna. I'm Alexandra Garibay Murillo.
And I'm Vanessa Marquez. We're HR interns at the Port of Long Beach.
And we'll be your hosts for Port Waves Episode 4.
Intern Takeover Edition!
It's almost the end of summer, and we're in the final days of our internship.
That's right, Alex. 5 weeks ago, 27 high school students started their journey here at the Port, getting hands-on experience across 13 divisions.
We want to thank everyone here at the Port for making us feel welcome and a part of the Port of Long Beach family. Without you, this experience wouldn't have been possible.
Shout out to HR! With that, we'd like to share the voices of some of our fellow interns here at the Port.
This was recorded during the first week of our internships at a networking event on the 8th floor of the PAB. Let's take a listen.
All right, my name's Jose de la Mora. I'm currently an intern over at the maintenance division with the Port of Long Beach. I just graduated, so I'm class of 2023 from Cabrillo. I seeked out an internship here at the Port because it was brought to my attention from one of my teachers over at Cabrillo, Mr. Dowding. He's a great guy. He brought it to the class's attention, and at the time, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do because all these people have like their career and life planned out. Well, I felt left out, so I decided to take an opportunity with the internship to figure out if it could help me with my career. The work I want to do for a job is I'm really heavy focused towards the maintenance, which I'm interning at right now, with the mechanic area where they're fixing all these vehicles. My mentor, Socorro, over there at maintenance, he's helped me. A lot of the guys down there in the garage too, they've given me great advice, such as Jim down there, giving me a lot of financial advice about pensions, putting like 2% of what I'm paid a month into a pension, just getting myself prepared for retirement way down the line.
I'm Andres Landeros. I'm an intern in the survey department. I'm a senior at Ernest S. McBride High School, and I grew up in Long Beach. I decided to intern for survey because I thought it'd be very interesting. And I've always seen geological surveys and like surveys around the city, and I always thought that it was an interesting job where you'd be working outside and apply a lot of STEM ideas. I just wanted to see what topography was about and making maps. My mentor is No Mills. He tries to make survey as fun as it is. It's a very fun job. It's very entertaining, very interesting, and he shows all the aspects of it. One thing I found very interesting, they just call it the gun, but it's this laser, and it just looks very complicated. It's a laser, and it just tracks around this prism. They were talking about it. They keep going on about how precise the equipment is and how it can in radians, it's seconds off, because they're letting us do it, and we still get very precise measurements.
I'm Anaya, Gillette, and I'm an intern at the finance department. I go to Wilson High School, and I'm going to be a senior this year. I think I'm interested in finance. Well, it kind of depends on what I want to do in finance. So I'm interested in planning and stuff like that. So I essentially want to work in budgeting or being a financial planner. And then I think I'm pretty good at stats. Angie's my mentor, and she's taught me about industry best practices and stuff that they're trying to incorporate into this new procurement centralization or whatever. So we've been working on that. Well, so at the beginning, I thought of the Port as kind of an extension of the city, and it is in that sense, but it's almost its own entity. It has its own building, and it has all these different divisions and stuff like that. And then it makes its own revenue. It doesn't just spend taxpayer dollars, it's also port revenue too. So it's kind of different in that sense, which makes sense as to why it has its own building and it has all these divisions.
Hi, I'm Liam Conboy, and I'm an intern in the design department. I go to high school at Los Alamitos, and I am going to be a senior in the fall. I have always been interested in kind of the economics sides of things, and with just the numbers of shipments and everything coming from all over the world. I think it was a really kind of the perfect fit for what I'm looking for. So I am not super familiar with the port. I actually just moved down here from Northern California in 2019, but it was actually one of the first things I noticed. I saw the cranes and the containers, and I was really intrigued by that, and I learned that was the Port of Long Beach. My mentor is Sean Choi. He's the senior civil engineer, I believe. I'm still just getting started, but probably the most memorable thing I've learned is to be consistent in the design plans. Whether you're boldening or graying out certain lines, it's important that you stay consistent with what you're doing, or else everyone's going to get confused.
My name is Allison Nguyen. I'm an intern for the Department of Construction Management. So I have 3 brothers, and the oldest is an electric engineer, the second is mechanical engineer, and then the third is going to be an electric engineer. He's currently in school. I know engineering is a really broad, major, but I always love the process of building and to see, the creation of your own work. So that's why I decided to go into construction management, just to see and explore. So I kind of came in not knowing much about the port, and I have worked with my great mentor, Austin Cho, I believe, last name. But yeah, he's taught me a lot so far about blueprints and everything. So I'm a first Viet American, generation. So when I told my family I was going to be interning at the Port of Long Beach, they were super excited, especially knowing that the Port of Long Beach is one of the biggest ports. They were really excited for me to stay local as well and be in, this nice building on Ocean Boulevard that seems so different from what, immigrants would come to America and see. So I guess this is quote unquote similar to the American dream.
Welcome back to Port Waves. I'm your host, Vanessa Marquez.
And I'm Alexandra Garibay Murillo. A big thank you to all the interns who shared their stories, and good luck in whatever you do next. Now let's talk about some announcement and trainings.
Port employee movie nights are coming soon. Teammates will get to enjoy complimentary movies at AMC Marina Pacifica alongside their families during the month of August. Stay tuned for further details from training and development. Additionally, Tisha Neal from Mission Square will be having appointments on August 7th for any retirement-related questions. Be sure to RSVP promptly and look out for an email from Training and Development to register. Alexandra and I have a long way to go before we can retire. As interns here at the port, we're just starting out, and that means we got a lot to learn. Alexandra, what would you say is the biggest thing you've learned since you started your internship?
I think that the biggest thing that I've learned is probably that work can be fun. I've really enjoyed my stay, I guess you can say, here at the port. Working for the human resource department, everything like that. I come in and I really enjoy what I do. Obviously you can dread coming to work so early. Well, it's not that early, but I just enjoy it in general. That's the one thing I learned, that you can love what you do and still make a living off of it. Yeah. How about you, Vanessa? What have you learned?
I think what I've learned is that the port has a really great community. I've been able to go to some of these events and everyone always says that they love the community at the port, whether it's even if you're in the elevator, you talk to someone and then they ask you how your day is. And even something as simple as that could just be nice because you're just having that interpersonal connection.
Yeah, it's a really great community. I like it here.
Yeah.
I definitely want to come back to work for real. Yeah, full time. Yeah. But one thing's for sure, managing interns isn't easy. Fortunately, there's a team of port employees helping us out.
One of our biggest advocates has been Victor Deemak in HR. He's the one who spearheaded the port's high school internship program. Edna Dominguez spoke to him about the program's goals and what he hopes to accomplish.
Thanks for coming on the show, Victor. You've been working very hard this year with the internship program. How do you think the students are doing this year?
Well, from the beginning, when I first saw the applications and stuff, I really did have high hopes. But when I finally saw the kids in person and just the last 4 weeks of how they're performing, they just exceed what they had on paper. And even feedbacks from mentors or even staff members from the port has been great. They're just doing an amazing job, and they really are setting the internship program itself very high, especially when this is my first one or my first time running it. I don't know how the next one is going to be just because they have set the bar just way too high.
Why is it important that interns get this experience, students in high school?
It's important because most of these interns are coming in from a background where they either never had a job, some of them may have, but just to have the port lead by example of what a workplace should be, I think that's very important because when they're leaving here, they know what to expect and they're not underselling themselves, and hopefully they come back and they become the future of the port.
And what kind of things are the interns doing this year? What are they up to in their internships?
All the interns have all different type of things that they do, and just depending on what bureau or division they're in. Like our intern for HR, Vanessa, she was on here that I was just talking a few minutes ago. She was helping me do recruitments, which is a very tough task, and she has been so amazing at catching up on things that it's just very impressive. And Alex, or Alexandra, we just call her Ax for short, she's helping with the training and development team with flyers, boat tours, what else?
They're busy this year.
Exactly. I think they're helping you with the podcasts too.
Yes.
So there's just different tasks. And so these interns are getting the chance to explore every single division. And it's just an amazing opportunity for them to kind of just learn about the port.
Yeah, hands-on experience for sure.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, every time I see the intern, they're just happy and, they'll stop by and they'll say hi, which is so nice.
And have you been surprised with how much the mentors have been involved in this process?
Yeah, very surprised. Every single mentors have been doing such a great job. From what I hear from the interns, they're just very appreciative of each mentors. They did come in kind of worried from what I hear from the interns, just because, I mean, it's an unknown place to them. But the mentors have been accommodating and just showing what the port is, and which is we're a fun place to be. At the same time, we're also about business. And they're not holding anything back. Can also shout out to Communications Division. They're also great.
It's always great to collaborate with
yeah,
communications.
It is. They're really good partners to do this. So I wouldn't have been able to do this without them. And there were some struggles, and we did it just as a team, like how the port should be.
Thanks again, Victor, and thanks to all port employees who helped make our internship so rewarding. Now it's time for birthdays. This month of August, we would like to wish a happy birthday to Mari Takahashi in real estate,
Gary Newkirk in survey,
Nina Turner in government relations,
Holly Nunez in communications,
Sunsi Eminent in design,
Tam Tran in finance,
Nicholas Gomez in survey,
Sandy Witz in human resources,
Alex Alamu in design,
Marlene Dupre in project controls,
Adriana Ramirez in construction management,
Shailandra Bandat McCur in program management,
and Gary Texeira in security.
Let's also welcome the newest additions to the Port family. Jennifer Ruiz, Senior Secretary in Government Relations,
Emily Lee, Administrative Intern in Environmental Planning,
Jose Bautista, Administrative Aide in Program Management,
Claudia Sadik, Civil Engineering Assistant in Construction Management,
Kimberly Rodriguez, Admin Intern in Design.
Lastly, we would like to welcome Talisa Saunders and Mariana Puentes Flores, new Administrative Analysts in HR. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Port Waves, Intern Edition. I'm your host, Alexandra Garibay Murillo.
And I'm your host, Vanessa Marquez. Let's hand the mic back to Edna and Vicky.
Thank you, you two. Good job and good luck with your next adventure. Please email us at traininganddevelopment@polb.com if you have any feedback or ideas.
Port Waves is made possible by your hosts, Edna Dominguez
And Vicky Gordon.
and is produced by the Communications Division's Chris Berry and Kevin Walker.